And finally, I wanted to leave you with a little bit of an inspirational thought. Now, for those of you who saw the butterfly and go, the kindergarten teacher is going to talk to us about butterflies. Come back, come back. It's a good story, I promise. I went back and forth thinking about whether or not I'd tell you my personal connection to the butterfly. And then so many of you hugged me and said, I love coming into your house every Wednesday, so now I have to tell you my personal connection. I learned this story from my child psychology teacher in college when I was going through a very tough time. For those of you who know, I got pregnant in college, and it was unexpected. That wasn't the hard part. The hard part is when my son decided to make his debut 4 months early. So I was young, recently married, and now I have a child who spent 97 days in the NICU. And then he would spend the next 6 years of his life in and out of the hospital, emergency rooms, blood transfusions, spinal taps. I don't say that to scare you. He's happy, he's healthy, he's 14, he's doing brilliantly, and he's very smart. But my professor pulled me to the side and told me the story of the butterfly, and the butterfly helped me through some of the hardest times of my life. And many of you come to me, and the number one compliment you give me is, Charity, you're so even keeled. You don't lose your patience. And many of you think it's because of my years as a kindergarten teacher, but it's of my years of struggle that makes me so even keeled. And so the story goes like this. A little boy found a caterpillar in his yard, and he watched the caterpillar as it eats and grows. And then it becomes a chrysalis. Cuts the branch, takes it inside, builds a beautiful habitat for his soon-to-be butterfly. And then the magic day comes. The chrysalis starts to shake, a hole begins to appear at the bottom, and he's super excited. And then all of a sudden, the chrysalis stills. It's not moving. The butterfly's not coming. So he goes to help this beautiful little butterfly by pulling on that hole and expanding the hole and helping the butterfly emerge from its chrysalis. But the butterfly drops to the ground with crumpled wings. He cannot fly. All he can do is drag himself along the bottom of the habitat. So in distress, the boy calls his father over and says, Dad, look what happened. I don't know what's wrong with my butterfly. Where are his beautiful wings? Why is he not flying? So the dad tells the son, here's your mistake. When the butterfly is in the chrysalis, he's got to work hard to come out. And while he's working in there, all the blood and fluids that he needs gets pumped into his wings. As he's struggling to get out of the chrysalis, the strength builds up in his wings. So you see, it's the struggle that enables the butterfly to fly. And this past 2 years, we have struggled. Some of you personally, some of you in your businesses, and it is the struggle of these past 2 years that's going to enable us to soar. And some of you may be sitting there thinking, Charity, I'm not done yet. I'm still struggling. My business isn't back. Or I'm dealing with something personal that you don't know about. And so there's a second lesson that we learned from the butterfly. And it's when the struggle is great, take a break. If you're still struggling, your mental health is important. And it's important to learn the lesson of the butterfly. When he struggles too much, he has to rest so he can struggle again another day and emerge to be a beautiful butterfly. So if you're still struggling, find that thing that can help you. Go for a walk on the beach, do 30 minutes of yoga, visit your grandkids. Something that brings you joy so that you can live on to struggle another day. Thank you.
Charity, all of your colleagues at HQ and certainly everybody in the network is so proud of you and what your team has accomplished. So thank you so much.